Hello, everyone, and welcome to another Monday here on the channel for the Black Hood Crew. I am your driver, chauffeur, streamer. Yeah, we'll go with that. Driver slash streamer, Darkness 30XX of the Black Hood Crew. My name is right there in the corner. You can follow along on YouTube and Facebook at the Black Hood Crew. You can also follow along on Twitch, Twitter, Steam, Trovo, and then go ahead and add me, follow me on TikTok and Instagram, where I occasionally post dumb things. It is Monday, May 23rd of 2022, and I am on my way to work. So, cut that corner a little closer, Mr. Bus Driver. Anyway, so yeah, it is another Monday, partly cloudy, not too bad. It was definitely some torrential downpour last week. I can tell you that much. It was early Friday morning or like late Thursday night. Like, it was like really bad. Like, very, very rainy. So wasn't too bad, you know. It did continue to rain through Friday. Thankfully, I didn't get wet, so yay. Other than that, pretty good. Yesterday, damn, I forgot my headphones. It's all right. Yesterday at work, very busy. And that looks like that's just going to be the norm for Sundays from here on out. Just busy Sundays for no discernible reason. What else can we do, right? Just got to keep it going. People still talking about a whole bunch of things. I am actually going to touch on something that I know most people do not want to talk about because let's go! Very, very dumb drivers. Very, very dumb drivers. Anyway, so like I said, I'm going to talk about a subject that a lot of people talking about, but most people who I guess are following along don't really want to touch on it. Mostly because it's still something that's going on, but the trial, Amber Heard versus Johnny Depp. It's a defamation trial. It's not for anything crazy. Johnny Depp is basically suing Amber Heard for statements she made and for a host of other things that have since cost him movie roles, many deals with studios, things of that nature. And he's basically suing her for compensation. Now, this is actually coming off the heels of allegations she made against him, saying that he's, a drug addict, he's an alcoholic, he abused her, hit her, the whole 9 yards. But for anybody that's actually followed this trial and all the information that has come out, I give everybody the benefit of the doubt until more evidence comes to light, but it's shaping up to basically showing that he's the victim in all of this. That she in no way, shape, or form is a victim in her own right. There's testimony from both sides who are basically painting Johnny Depp to be just what everybody basically knew he was. A guy with his own issues, but who is essentially not a violent person, at least toward other people. I mean, was there really ever a question about it, though? I mean, just look at the life that he's led, the projects that he's been associated with, both small and huge. And then you add on to the fact some of the philanthropic things he's done while off the screen. I mean, this is, basically, beating a dead horse, but I mean, he travels everywhere he goes, or I would assume used to travel everywhere he goes, with the Jack Sparrow costume from Pirates of the Caribbean. His reasoning for doing it is that what he would do is he would get into costume, do the whole makeup, get into character, and visit local children's hospitals just to brighten their day. A person who does that would have to be one of two people. Either A, he is exactly the type of person we see him as, and he is just as kind and thoughtful and just no way capable of the things that Amber Heard accuses him of or has accused him of. Or B, he is an absolute deranged psychopath, fully capable of manipulating literally everyone around him. And that she's the only one that has seen his true self. Which one is more likely? I think it's more likely that he is person A, exactly who we see him as, who we've always seen Johnny Depp as. Just a really nice guy, definitely has his faults, don't we all? Nobody's perfect. But to honestly accuse him of being some terrible person that would, physically assault, even sexually assault his partners, I don't buy it. Not in the slightest. I don't buy it. What I do believe is that she herself is a terrible person. And the things that she has done and the things that she has said, both to him and about him, have damaged him. Not only as an individual, as a human being, but also damaged him as a property, as a name, as an actor, and definitely impeded his ability to work. I mean, Disney, without so much as giving him the benefit of the doubt or even saying, no, we want to hear the whole story, immediately cut ties with him. Like, this is your face of your Pirates of the Caribbean brand. Like, this is your guy. And you couldn't stand in his corner, or at least wait to hear the whole story. No. Disney dropped him like a bad habit. So yeah, I do not blame him at all. His lawyer even asked him, even if Disney was to come to him with $50 million and 100 alpacas, which he famously loves, he would still not want to work with Disney. Do you know how bad you need to mess up where your golden boy, or used to be your golden boy, wants nothing to do with you, regardless of what you're willing to drop in his lap? No. Right now, Amber Heard is 100% in the wrong. Based on the evidence, based on testimony, based on literally everything that's been going on, she is an absolutely despicable person. And Disney basically ruined Pirates of the Caribbean. I mean, don't get me wrong, the last couple films, hit or miss, which is okay. They can't all be winners. They can't all be absolute bangers. But still, the property exists. There's still, things that can be done with it. Obviously they still have, the ride at Disney not named after, the film is based on, and I've seen it come from a lot of people from a lot of different sources that, now that Johnny Depp is out of, the property, he's no longer going to be working on Pirates of the Caribbean due to Disney basically shooting him in the back, that they're basically being like, well, you know what? The property's DOA, not worth watching. Now, I wouldn't go that far, but I mean, the man really did create a very popular, very memorable character. And his portrayal of that character was nothing short of absolutely fantastic. Spot on. So to not have him in any future installments or even in any way, shape, or form involved, Disney blew it. Pretty much. They just absolutely blew it. Now, do I think Johnny is going to win? Yes. I honestly think everything is moving in his direction. Amber Heard's lawyers are they're basically fumbling around. They know they got nothing. They know they have no case for defense at all. And you can see it. And I'm not talking about just these meme videos that keep coming out poking fun of the trial itself and the moments found within. But just from a matter of fact standing point, you have evidence proving that Mrs. Amber Heard, is just an absolutely disgusting human being. This is coming from word of mouth testimony. This is coming from, actual documented evidence that she is an absolutely terrible human being. And like I said before, people have their faults. No one's perfect. But to actually go out of your way and intentionally hurt another person, let alone supposedly your husband, but then to actually go out of your way to besmirch, degrade, and just outright paint him out to be basically how you are. That's going the extra mile of disgusting. You know what I mean? Like it's one thing to play a victim, but it's another one to then turn around and paint your partner out to be the person you actually are. Absolutely disgusting. That car painted two different colors. and literally a line right down the middle. Driver's side is yellow, passenger side is black. That's weird. Very weird. Anyway, back to the trial. So, do I think Johnny's going to win? Yes. Is she going to have to shell out a ridiculous amount of money because of it? Yes. Do I still feel there's going to be people out there that are still going to give Johnny Depp a bad rap? Absolutely. Because at the end of the day, there are people out there who are always going to take the side of the woman, regardless of the evidence and regardless of who's actually the victim, simply because she's a woman. Now, if Johnny Depp actually was the person she claims him to be, then he deserves everything that has come to him. And I will firmly stand with her. But in this particular case, because of the amount of evidence against her, nope. I stand with Johnny. I stand with Johnny Depp. I am on his side. But again, I wouldn't have stood on her side if there wasn't evidence against him. I would stand on her side. But again, I don't make assumptions based on what a single person says or what a single person does. I instead go by what can be proven. Documented evidence, photos, video, eyewitness testimony, the written word, even people with their own admissions, Even Johnny Depp has come out like, yeah, I drink. No, I don't do drugs, but yeah, I do drink. And guess what? There's evidence of him drinking. So that's him admitting to his own demons, to say things that he indulges in that maybe he's not proud of, But at no point have I heard her, since Amber Heard, take fault for anything. And that's typical narcissistic behavior. They can do no wrong in their own eyes, so that means everyone else is wrong. That's not how this is going to play out. And I knew what cemented it for me. Maybe for some people, it's the videos, audio, and stuff like that. What cemented it for me that she was definitely in the wrong was when someone pointed out that Amber Heard keeps looking in Johnny Depp's direction. Keeps looking to where he's sitting at his lawyer's table. Now, if you ever seen him there, he usually is either, or at least paying attention to who is speaking, whether it's one lawyer, the other lawyer, the judge, or whoever is at the moment giving testimony. But the rest of the time, he has his head down. And famously has been caught coloring, which is fine. This is one of his escapes. This is a very trying, very traumatic situation, very stressful time for him. So if he can take an opportunity to do something to, relieve that stress in a appropriate manner, in a quiet manner, given the location of where his stress is coming from, then yeah, let the man color. Perfectly fine. However, that's him. Head down, coloring, or paying attention to what is going on. But if you look at her, if you see Amber Heard, she's looking at him. while he refuses and instead finds things to do that do not involve looking a direction. Not for nothing, but victims of domestic abuse, sexual assault, or just like any type of verbal or physical abuse, victims of these terrible acts don't go out of their way to stare down the perpetrator, the one causing the traumatic experience, who caused the traumatic experience, who caused the abuse. They don't look at them. In fact, they have the same demeanor, the same body language of Johnny Depp in this case. They are quietly focused on themselves, focused on something entirely different, even when their accuser is in the same room. Even do not engage. They do not look at them at any point in time. That's what sealed it for me. He is 100% displaying the signs of a victim, of someone who has been abused. Regardless of the type of abuse, at this point, it's pretty much confirmed Johnny Depp is the victim of abuse. On. Personally, I don't know anyone involved in this case on a personal level, maybe not even in a professional level. I don't know Johnny Depp. I don't know Amber Heard. I don't know any of the people involved outside of a professional sense. I know him as an actor. I know her as an actor. I know the judge, the lawyers in a professional sense from their work, and only specifically in this case. So again, everything I've said is nothing less, nothing more than a personal opinion. All I can tell you to do is go back, watch the footage, watch the evidence, pay attention to what's been going on, to what the people involved are saying, and just in general, you can form your own opinion, but your opinion is not fact. The facts are being debated, the facts are being presented in the court case itself. Everything else outside of that, every other person's opinion, are just that, opinions, not facts. So, like everyone else, I'm going to continue to, pay attention here and there to see what other kind of shenanigans this particular case will bring up. The events of this case and just everything going around it. It's like a circus. But I am glad to see that people are finally opening their eyes and realizing that men can be victims too. They can be victims of assault, abuse, regardless of the type. Men can be victims too. This is not taking away from female victims of abuse. Not at all. I stand with you. We're just saying it happens to us too. So when a guy does come up to you, and let's say you know, you have a male friend or a male confidant, someone that you can speak to about these issues, which I hope every victim does, male or female. I hope there is someone you can come to for support. But I hope for you women out there that you have someone, and that if that person is male and they say, I understand, or I'm with you, I hope you do understand that, yeah, they probably, in some way, shape, or form, do understand what you're going through. Because in this day and age, even though we as men should talk about it more, yeah, we are victims too. You know, we've had terrible things happen to us, inflicted on us by a member of the opposite gender. So I would tell you, you know, believe him when he says, I understand. I know where you're coming from. Let's get through it together. Because in reality, you really are speaking to another victim. So by all means, listen, but also heal. Heal together. Because it is much better to heal from these types of abuses, from these types of traumatic experiences, when you have someone that you can talk to, that you can unload on, and that they can take it and say, I know. Let's get through it together, and actually help you through it. Because they're going to need it too. It doesn't matter who's the victim. Because in reality, with everything, with the way people are nowadays, you're going to find more victims than not. So, on that note, we're going to go ahead and cut it out here. I have arrived. Switching glasses from the shades to the yellow tinted work specs. Get my work badge on. Clip it to my belt so you can't see it in video, because I still don't advertise where I work because they don't pay me to advertise them on this channel. So we're going to go ahead and come back again tomorrow around the same time, 3:30ish, around there. I've been your driver, streamer, Darkness30XX of the Black Hood Crew. Name is always in the corner. The Black Hood Crew on YouTube and Facebook, and then my name on Twitch, Twitter, Steam, Trovo, then TikTok and Instagram. So until tomorrow, have a good day, have a good night, be excellent.